NCERT Class 6 Science, Chapter 8, Body Movements, The Race That Sparked a Mystery. Arav, Mira, and Rohan were playing in the park when they saw a race between a rabbit and a tortoise. The rabbit hopped quickly while the tortoise moved slowly. Mira asked, "Why do some animals move fast while others move slowly?" Ms. Priya smiled. "Great question. Today we'll explore how bones, joints, and muscles help us move." "Why do we need a skeleton, Ms.?" Priya said, "Our body has a framework of bones called the skeleton. Functions of the skeleton: gives shape to the body, helps in movement, protects important organs. Example, the rib cage protects the heart and lungs. Fun fact: humans have 216 bones, but babies are born with 300 bones that later fuse together. Quick challenge: can you touch your ribs? Count how many you can feel. Joints, the body's hinges. Rohan asked, "Why can we bend some parts of our body but not others?" Ms. Priya explained, "Because of joints. Joints connect bones and allow movement. Types of joints, their movements. Ball and socket joint, moves in all directions. Shoulder, hip, hinge joint, moves like a door. Knee, elbow, pivot joint, moves side to side. Neck, fixed joint, no movement, skull. Example, a robot's arm works like a hinge joint. Fun fact: the smallest bone in your body is in your ear. It's called the stapes. Try this. Move your arms and legs. Which joints do you use? Muscles, the power behind movement." Arav said bones are hard, but how do they move? Ms. Priya explained, "Muscles pull bones to help us move." How muscles work. Muscles work in pairs. One contracts, the other relaxes. We have over 600 muscles in our body. Exercising makes muscles stronger. Example, when you bend your arm, your biceps contract while your triceps relax. Fun fact: the tongue is the strongest muscle in the body. Your task: try touching your shoulder with your hand. Feel your biceps move. How do animals move? Mira asked, "Do all animals have bones like us?" Ms. Priya said, "No, different animals have different ways of moving." Ways animals move: walking, running, humans, dogs. Hopping, frogs, kangaroos. Flying, birds, bats. Slithering, snakes. Swimming, fish, turtles. Example, snakes have no legs, but they move by slithering their body muscles. Fun fact: a cheetah can run at 112 km/h, faster than a car on a highway. Guess this: I have wings but cannot fly. I run very fast. Who am I? Hint: ostrich. The human backbone, our body's support. Rohan asked, "Why can I bend my back but not my head too much?" Ms. Priya explained, "Because of the backbone. It keeps us upright and helps in movement." Facts about the backbone: made of 33 small bones called vertebrae. Protects the spinal cord, which controls body movements. Helps us stand straight and balance. Example, gymnasts have a flexible backbone to perform flips. Fun fact: the giraffe's neck has the same number of bones as a human's. Try this. Stand straight, then bend forward. Feel your backbone move. How do fish swim? Arav asked, "How do fish move in water?" Ms. Priya explained, "Fish have fins and a streamlined body to help them swim. How fish swim: fins, tail, help in movement and balance. Streamlined body reduces water resistance. Example, dolphins and sharks swim using their tail fins. Fun fact: a blue whale's heart is as big as a car. Your task: try moving your hands like fish fins in water." How do birds fly? Mira asked, "Why don't humans have wings?" Ms. Priya explained, "Birds have special adaptations for flying." How birds fly: lightweight bones, help them stay in the air. Strong chest muscles, control wing movement. Streamlined body reduces air resistance. Example, eagles have large wings to glide in the air. Fun fact: the albatross can fly for months without landing. Guess this: I am a bird that sleeps while flying. Who am I? Hint: albatross. How do snakes move without legs? Rohan asked, "If snakes have no legs, how do they move?" Ms. Priya explained, "Snakes use their muscles and scales to slither." How snakes move: use their body muscles to push forward. Have scales that grip the ground. Example, pythons can climb trees using muscle power. Fun fact: snakes shed their skin multiple times a year. Try this. Drag a rope on the ground, see how it moves like a snake. Conclusion: the power of movement. Arav, Mira, and Rohan now understood how bones, joints, and muscles work together. Arav said, "I will do exercises to keep my bones strong." Mira added, "I will observe how birds and animals move." Rohan smiled, "And I will stretch daily for flexibility." Priya clapped, "That's the spirit. Keep moving and stay active. But your journey of movement begins now." To-do activities: interactive challenges, guessing games, DIY experiments, backbone flexibility, fish hand movements, real-life examples, fun facts, fastest animal, smallest bone, engaging storytelling, rabbit versus tortoise race mystery. CBSE NCERT Class 6 Science, Chapter 9, The Living Organisms and Their Surroundings Lost in the Desert. Arav, Mira, and Rohan were on a school trip to a desert safari. As they walked through the hot sand, they saw a camel standing calmly. Mira asked, "How can camels survive in this heat without drinking water for days?" Ms. Priya smiled. "Great question. Just like animals, plants, and humans too adapt to their surroundings." What are living and non-living things, Ms. Priya explained. Some things are alive while others are not. Let's find out the difference. Living things need food and water, grow and reproduce, move and respond to surroundings. Non-living things do not grow or move, do not need food or water, cannot reproduce. Example: a tree grows and makes food, but a rock never changes. Fun fact: some living things, like bacteria, are invisible to the naked eye. Quick challenge: look around your room and find 3 living and 3 non-living things. What do living things need to survive? Priya asked. What do all living beings need to stay alive? Basic needs of living organisms: air, oxygen for breathing; water, helps the body function; food, provides energy; shelter, protects from weather; suitable climate, adaptation to surroundings. Example: fish can't survive without water, and humans can't live without air. Fun fact: some fish can survive without water for days, like the lungfish. Try this. Hold your breath for 10 seconds. Can you live without air? Different habitats of living organisms. Arav asked, "Why do we see camels in deserts but polar bears in snow, Miss?" Priya explained, "Because every organism has a habitat where it can survive." Types of habitats: deserts, camels, cacti; mountains, snow leopards, pine trees; oceans, fish, whales; forests, tigers, elephants; grasslands, deer, giraffes. Example: frogs live in water and land, so their skin stays moist to breathe. Fun fact: the deepest ocean fish, the Mariana snailfish, lives 8 kilometers below the surface. Guess this: I live in ice and have thick fur. Who am I? Hint: polar bear. How do living beings adapt? Rohan asked. Why don't camels feel thirsty in deserts? Priya explained. Living beings adapt to their surroundings. Desert adaptations: camels store water in humps. Cactus has spines instead of leaves to reduce water loss. Cold region adaptations: polar bears, thick fur and fat for warmth. Penguins huddle together to stay warm. Water adaptations: fish have gills to breathe underwater. Ducks have webbed feet to swim. Fun fact: the Arctic fox's fur changes color in winter and summer. Your task: find an animal and describe how it adapts to its habitat. How small organisms survive? Mira asked. Are bacteria also living things? Ms. Priya said, yes, microorganisms are tiny living things we cannot see. Examples of microorganisms: bacteria help in digestion, but some cause diseases. Fungi grow on bread and decaying matter. Algae, tiny plants in water. Example: yeast is used to make fluffy bread. Fun fact: there are more bacteria in your mouth than people on Earth. Try this. Leave a piece of bread in a moist place. Observe how fungi grow after a few days. The difference between land and water organisms. Arav asked, how do fish breathe underwater, Ms. Priya explained. Fish use gills instead of lungs. Water adaptations. Fish have gills to breathe, Sharks have fins to swim. Whales breathe through blowholes. Land adaptations. Birds have light bones to fly. Humans have lungs to breathe. Snakes use scales for movement. Example, frogs have lungs and gills, so they live in water and land. Fun fact. The axolotl, a salamander, never grows into an adult. It stays in water all its life. Guess this. I breathe through gills and swim with fins. Who am I? Hint, fish. The balance in nature. Rohan asked, why do we need forests and rivers? Ms. Priya explained, everything in nature is connected. Why nature needs balance. Plants give oxygen, animals breathe it. Forests provide food and shelter to animals. Rivers help plants and animals survive. Example, if bees disappear, there will be no pollination and plants won't grow. Fun fact, trees can communicate through underground fungi networks. Your mission, find out one way you can help nature. Conclusion, nature is our home. Arav, Mira, and Rohan now understood why plants, animals, and humans are connected to nature. Arav said, I will plant a tree to help nature. Mira added, I will never waste water. Rohan smiled, and I will learn more about animals and their habitats, Ms. Priya clapped, that's the spirit. Let's take care of our planet. CBSE NCERT Class 6. Science. Chapter 16. Garbage in, garbage out. The mystery of the vanishing garbage. One day, Arav, Mira, and Rohan were playing in the park when they noticed a garbage bin overflowing with waste. Banana peels, plastic wrappers, paper, and old clothes. Mira wrinkled her nose. Yuck, this smells awful. Why isn't it cleaned? Rohan asked, but even if they clean it, where does all the garbage go? Just then, Ms. Priya walked up. That's an excellent question. Today, let's find out what happens to our garbage. What is waste, Ms.? Priya explained. Every day we throw away different kinds of waste, but not all waste is the same. Types of waste. 1. Biodegradable waste. Rotting waste comes from plants, animals, and natural materials. Breaks down naturally into the soil. Examples: fruit peels, vegetable scraps, paper, cotton clothes, leaves. 2. Non-biodegradable waste. Non-rotting waste, made of plastic, metals, and chemicals. Does not decompose easily. Stays in the environment for hundreds of years. Examples: plastic bags, glass bottles, aluminum cans, batteries. Example: a banana peel rots in a few days, but a plastic bottle can last 450 years. Fun fact: the first plastic ever made still exists somewhere on Earth. Quick challenge. Look around your home and find 3 biodegradable and 3 non-biodegradable items. What happens to our garbage? Arav asked. So where does all the garbage go after we throw it away? Ms. Priya said, let's follow the journey of waste. Journey of waste. Step 1, we throw garbage into bins. Step 2, garbage collectors take it to dumping grounds or recycling centers. Step 3, some waste is burned, buried, or recycled. Example: food scraps turn into compost. Plastic bottles are recycled and metal cans are melted into new objects. Fun fact: in some countries, garbage is used to generate electricity. Guess this. I am made of paper and thrown away after writing. I can be recycled into new paper. What am I? Answer: an old notebook. Recycling, the magic of reusing waste. Rohan asked, what does recycling mean, Miss? Priya explained, recycling is the process of turning old waste into new products. Common recyclable materials. Paper, used to make new paper and cardboard. Plastic, recycled into bottles, toys, and bags. Metal, melted and reused to make new products. Glass, recycled into new glass bottles and jars. Example: an old newspaper can be recycled into a fresh newspaper. Fun fact: recycling 1 ton of paper saves 17 trees. Try this. Can you find something in your home that was made from recycled materials? Composting, nature's way of recycling. Mira asked, what happens to food waste like fruit peels and vegetable scraps? Ms. Priya smiled. That's where composting comes in. Instead of throwing them away, we can turn them into compost. What is composting? Composting is the process of turning organic waste into natural fertilizer. Made from fruit peels, vegetable scraps, dry leaves, and leftover food. Helps plants grow better by enriching the soil. Example: farmers use compost to grow healthy fruits and vegetables. Fun fact: composting reduces 50% of household waste. DIY experiment. Try composting at home. Put vegetable scraps in a pot of soil, water it daily, and after a few weeks, you'll have homemade fertilizer. Why should we avoid plastic? Arav picked up a plastic bag from the ground and asked, "Why is plastic bad?" Ms. Priya explained, "Plastic is harmful because it does not decompose easily and pollutes land, water, and air." Dangers of plastic waste. Harms animals. Many animals accidentally eat plastic. Pollutes oceans. Millions of tons of plastic end up in the sea. Takes 400 plus years to break down. Blocks drains and causes waterlogging. Example: sea turtles often mistake plastic bags for jellyfish and eat them, which can be fatal. Fun fact: there is a floating island of garbage in the Pacific Ocean called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. It's twice the size of Texas. Quick challenge: find a plastic alternative for grocery bags. Hint: cloth or jute bags. 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycles. Priya said, "The best way to keep our planet clean is to follow the 3 R's. The 3 R's of waste management. Reduce: use less plastic, paper, and waste-producing materials. Reuse: use old jars, bottles, and clothes instead of throwing them away. Recycle: convert old materials into new products. Example: instead of buying plastic water bottles, use a steel bottle that lasts for years." Fun fact: the world's largest landfill is in the US, covering 2,200 acres. Your mission: make a list of 5 things you can reuse at home instead of throwing them away. Conclusion: our role in keeping the planet clean. Arav, Mira, and Rohan now understood the importance of waste management. Arav said, "From now on, I will avoid using plastic bags." Mira added, "I will start composting fruit peels in my garden." Rohan smiled, "And I'll make sure to throw garbage in the right bins, Ms." Priya clapped, "That's the spirit. Every small step helps make the world a cleaner place. But your responsibility begins now." To-do list. Interactive challenges, guessing games. Find recyclable objects, alternative materials. DIY experiments, hands-on learning. Try composting, make a recycling list. Day-to-day examples, using cloth bags, steel bottles. Mini stories, real-life connections. How animals suffer from plastic waste. Fun facts, world records. Biggest landfill, plastic islands, and oceans. Join us on this journey of knowledge, wisdom, and discovery, where learning knows no limits and ignites the soul. Stay curious, stay inspired. If you found value in this, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to Professor Diaries. Hit the icon for the latest updates and help spread this wisdom to others. This is Professor Diaries, signing off. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing.